Like many others, I grew up in a church that came to Blowing Rock for Blowing Rock Sundays. We would have a church service in the little white church, Mount Pisgah, just down the road on Goforth. And then we would eat lunch up here on the mountaintop. At that time, the Hughes Mansion was still standing, but unfortunately to me as a young boy, the door was locked. I could go on the front porch, but I could not gain entrance into the house. We came here for Blowing Rock Sundays all throughout up until the end of my teen years, I would think. Then the next significant contact I had with the campus was when my family began to come here for family reunions. That was the Whitener family, which included the Sterling Whitener missionaries. And we would come here for a weekend each summer, and we could depend on the campus being here, meals being served, and always friendly and accommodating setting for that family reunion, which is still going on and which we all treasure. My next connection was with the Hickory Choral Society. Both my wife and I sing in the Choral Society, and we came here for retreats for, I guess, 5 or 6 years or so, and we would rehearse in Upper Shuford. And Martha Shore relates that every few minutes she would try to make an excuse to get out of the office and get over to a window to be able to hear the lovely voices wafting up from Upper Shuford up here to the lodge. Then, after that, I was asked to start giving back to Blowing Rock, and I was asked to serve on the board of directors, and I accepted doing that. And when I came onto the board, I learned about all the wonderful planning that Bill Borden had done in his annual facilities plan. He would plan out for 10 years ahead all the maintenance chores that needed to be done and how much they would be estimated to cost so that we could keep a running track on what maintenance needed to be done. And during the time that I was on the board, which includes the last several years, we caught up with that maintenance to a significant degree. We also had a CPA do an audit every year, and that had stretched back at least into the 1990s. I don't know how much before that. And so we could look at how much we needed in terms of income to cover our depreciation expense each year. And with that money, we were able to re-roof the lodge and do all sorts of other things, repaving, that really had fallen behind for some years. And we had nearly caught up when the COVID first came along. And an interesting thing is that right after I went off of the Blowing Rock board, I went on this year to the board of the Western North Carolina Association. And in my first association meeting, we were able to designate some restricted funds, which they had, which were restricted for youth programming, and we designated that to go here for use with the annual youth ski retreat, which is held in the winter every year. So my experience with Blowing Rock has been many and most times as a taker, that is. So after years of being able to enjoy the facilities and services and wonderful friendship here, I've been able to give back in the last 2 years just a tiny portion of what I have received here at Blowing